What's going on, everybody? Philly Carnage here, back with episode 3 of the New York Giants rebuild. Last year, we started off pretty hot. What was it? 7-0 to start the season, and then after that, we went to hell. Uh, that back half, we only won 3 out of 9 games. We were able to make it to the wild card round, and unfortunately we lost due to some Madden BS. At least that's what I consider it. He was clearly the ball crossed the line on fourth down to make it a first for us, but Madden decided that's not going to be what happens here. So we ultimately lost. So getting in here, we're set for the draft. Uh, kind of taking a look at what we need. I honestly don't remember what the draft board even looks like. Um, yeah, so a lot of linebackers, need some receivers. At least that's what I'm kind of looking at. We'll take a look here at the team. We're an 84 overall, 85 offense, 83 defense. Uh, yeah, so we definitely need a center. Receiver wise, we brought in Preston Williams there in the offseason. So, receiver, I think we're pretty good. Defensively, our big get was Jamal Adams, which then moved Jabril Peppers down to, outside linebacker. So, middle linebacker can always be upgraded. Definitely corners. You got Shepard here, who is now a second year player, came out as star dev. So yeah, we'll jump in here. We'll get our center off the board. Second round talent. Let's see, mid first. So pretty solid pick for us. We got him at 24. He's there ranked at number 10. 75 overall. So that's already an improvement. 88 strength. He's in the 80s for majority of everything. So very solid pick. Hopefully he's able to contribute to this offensive line early. All right, so our draft board's pretty much depleted already. So with our second pick here in the second round, bringing Stephen Rainey, the run stopper out of Iowa, 230. He's 6'1", 236, 22, 19 in true talent. Looks like a pretty solid athlete. I mean, he's right outside. Who knows? Maybe we'll keep him there. Maybe what we'll do is look at possibly moving Jabril Peppers around. Let him be that hybrid safety linebacker. As we get here into the third, we got one left. We got Alonzo Porter, free safety from the combine, all but first and everything. Second in vert and broad, came in third in the bench. Might as well just grab him. Got him, number 22. We got him there at 88. Small. He's more that hybrid, which would fit our scheme fit. So we'll continue to work with what we got here in the draft. All right, as we look at the draft recap here, obviously you guys saw the center, the right side out linebacker, and the free safety. Brought in a 63 overall power back. Combine looked pretty good. Stats looked pretty good. I mean, just something to kind of assist Barkley. Marquise Watkins and Jeremy Sandridge brought both of those guys in as corners. And then Jason Barnes, one of these, Madden things, undrafted. It's the first time this has actually happened for me on this Madden. Madden 20 was real big for it. If you look at the bench press on your offensive lineman, typically if they're in the top 5, they're going to be some sort of a stud as far as hidden dev traits, whatnot. Uh, the 57 overall, not the greatest. Don't know why. Maybe his morale's down. Maybe he's pissed that he has to come to New York. I don't know. And we just brought in another depth there for left guard. So getting in here, we'll get to the preseason, make our cuts, and get right into year 3. All right, here we are, week 1. Kind of taking a look at the team. We're an 85 offense, 85 overall, 87 offense, 84 defense, I believe is what I saw. So, Barnes has actually went up 2 um 2 overall since we drafted him and went through um the preseason. So he's developing pretty nicely. Let's just kind of take a look. He's 25.72, and then we got Barnes here who's 22 and he's a 60. It's let's just get him in there. Yes, we're dropping an overall there, but we're going to be able to go and get that dev trait for him a lot quicker, and the way he's progressing has been, really nice. For some reason, Lorenzo Carter went down there to linebacker 3. Uh, defense is looking pretty solid. Might actually look at moving Sidney Jones down. Shepard, yeah, let's do that. We're gonna rock with Sidney Jones, possibly 91 speed, 93 acceleration, 80 man, 70. And then Aurora Rai, however you say his name. All right, so we're gonna bump him up too. I mean, yes, we got the overalls there with Sidney Jones, but maybe we can throw him out there on the trade block. Something that we could always look at here in the future. As we get in here, try to see how how the team wants to continue to work in the sim, which 31-20 against the Titans, starting out strong. We're going to have week 3 and 4 are going to be tough divisional matchups there with Dallas and the Eagles. Hopefully, as an Eagles fan, hopefully Philly actually turns their shit around and plays well in the sim, but hopefully we play better. As Daniel Jones, 23-33, 238, 4 touchdowns. He got sacked 5 times. Kind of curious to see, was it our right tackle, that gave up the 5 sacks? Curious with it. Fucking. So no, he only gave up 1, but pretty much everybody else, yeah, everybody else on the team gave up a sack. Andrew Thomas gave up 2. But I mean, hey, give up as many sacks as you want, guys, as long as we win games and Daniel Jones doesn't get hurt. So got some upgrades. Still working on getting a few guys to be scheme fits. Believe all but everybody here is already. So I believe he's the only one that is not currently a scheme fit. But I know everybody else is, except for Zeitler, but is what it is. So we can go ahead and sim that. Cut a little bit of time away from us as we face the Minnesota Vikings, both 1-1. We suffer. It was a shootout, 40-35. Yeah, we failed the offensive coordinator there, but is what it is as we look to face off against DeMarcus Lawrence here, week 3 against the Cowboys. Of course, we're just going to disregard him. Most likely, he's going to be going up there against our rookie. So, kind of is what it is. We get in here 1-1 New York Giants against the 2-0 Cowboys. Hopefully, we can win, take an early lead in the division. We lose 28-25. So far, these losses have been close. Both losses we lost by a total of 8 points. Uh, it's curious to look to see what we're failing at, but I mean, it's still early. So Philly 0-3 should be a winnable game. We're going against Carson Wentz, Fletcher Cox. Let's go get this win. And we fall again. Now we're on a 3-game losing streak. Maybe season 3 will be slightly different than season 2, where all right, cool, we go on a losing streak, and then the tail end of things we light things up. So James Bradbury, he wants to talk about what is going on secondary. Take pride in your own craft and do something as we go and face CMC and Teddy possibly, who are currently sitting there at 3-1 as we're 1-3. That addition of Jamal Adams really hasn't done much for us, it seems like. All right, losing streak's over. 21-16. We're finally back in that win column, 2-3 on the year. James Bradbury is ecstatic. Ups his legacy by 100 as another winnable game here where we can we should be able to beat the Texans. Make sure that we get pressure there on Deshaun Watson. So it'll be one of those interesting matchups as we have some Coach XP here to spend, kind of see what we got. Tight end, we're pretty good there. Burn it there on extra training. I mean, it's kind of more grasping now, just knowing kind of what we have that could be coming up for retirement. And we rocked them 42-3. Not sure exactly what happened, but I'll take it. Let's keep rocking this win streak as we're back to 500 as we look to take on the 2-4 football team. Okay, so Barkley's back. Didn't realize that he got hurt. Kind of see, when did he get hurt? Because I honestly have no idea. So he played there week 1, had 15 touches. Week 2, 16. 13. So maybe he got hurt there against Dallas. Oh, when the hell did he get hurt? Okay, so I'm really confused. You guys saw it as well as I did that he was cleared to come back. Really have no idea when he got hurt. We'll burn these last couple things of scouting more. Just rock the offensive line here. As you see, absolutely really nobody. So like I said, it's always good to keep who you initially have if they're good or upgrade through free agency. As we take on the football team, finish up on a win, going in on a 3-game winning streak, into the bye week. Good. We'll see. We're on the 3-game. Last season we were on a 7. I let the guys rest. Gave them time to go hang out, chill with their family, and they decided to flop the back half of the season. So let's see if, still giving them that little leeway, how that's going to work for them. We'll take a look here. Mid-season contracts. Darius Slayton. That's a given. See if he'll take that. Got him done. James Bradbury, getting a little older. Golden Tate as well. Just kind of looking here. There's going to be some guys that we can move on from. Hayden Smith's developed pretty nicely, along with Eximus. That's even how to pronounce his name. Blake Martinez has been pretty solid for us. I give him that. He wants more money. Julian Love. He wants more. Sidney Jones, replaceable. Maybe we'll. I'll look a little behind the scenes, see if we can go and find a trade for Sidney Jones. All right, so we were able to make a trade there with the Eagles within the division, send Sidney Jones back to Philly, bring over Davion Taylor, who personally, they have him as a right side out linebacker. I like him playing more middle linebacker, and we were able to bring in a 5th overall draft pick to help improve the team. So while we're at it here, I'm gonna go and move Taylor to middle linebacker. Unfortunately, I got to go through it this way, but it kind of is what it is. He's got the speed. If we decide to jump in and user him, right? So be it. I would prefer to use Davion Taylor over Martinez if I'm using the. Why do we have so many freaking people? We're gonna clear up some cap space here because for some reason we have everybody and anybody on our team. So yeah, we'll let that ride. Come back, take a look at a few guys here as we continue. As we jump here to week 9 against the Chicago Bears. Should be a winnable matchup as long as our offense can hold up. Our defense is there. So yeah, it's will our offensive line give Daniel Jones uh enough protection, enough time back there? And as long as we win the turnover battle, we should be good here. All right, so coming straight out of the bye week, we suffer a 1-point loss. Unacceptable. You had that week off. Rest, relax, get your bodies back into, the appropriate, form to make this, late season push. And they come up short. Maybe Sidney Jones. Maybe if he was still here, that might have been, been what we needed. But is what it is. As 4-4 Giants take on the 7-1 Cowboys, we're able to get that win. So big, big boost to the team. Coming in there, knocking off the division leaders, giving them their second loss on the year. We'll continue hit these upgrades because that seems like that's all we do now. Upgrade our guys, keep them rocking in that scheme fit role. Barkley is now a 95. Andrew Thomas, he's progressed very nicely. He's now at 84, still kind of working on that scheme fit. Barnes has went up 7, now 6. No. Sorry, I'm not a math magician here. But he's went up now 7 or 8 different points since we just drafted him. So bumping him up there to that starting role has, really paid its dividends as we try to improve to 6-4, knocking off the Philadelphia Eagles, and we lose 17-14. So just with that, it's the way that the division has went. At least I would expect to lose to Washington. Sorry guys. You guys have let me down twice now at the bye week. You guys need that preparation. Get out here, actually do some work, as we got a lot of upgrades here. Currently, we are, sitting there second in the division. That week 14 game will be a big one. As we look to take on the 8-2 Packers, get a win there. Solid performance, jumping us up to 6-5. Keep auto upgrading as we take on the 7-4 Colts. So we win this, we'll be in good position, and we do. We come through. We're 7-5. Just go ahead, hit these upgrades, let them keep rocking. As like I said earlier, if the way that the division has went here in the last couple of games between everybody, we split with Dallas, we split with the Eagles, we won the first matchup against football team. It would not surprise me if somehow we lose, but we pull off the 31-14 win, improving this team to 8-4 on the season. It's not looking terrible for us. As now they want to talk about Jalen Ramsey. And nobody cares about him. We got our squad. We're going to let everybody keep rocking out, doing their thing. And, keep rocking in these wins. As, we'll hit those upgrades once again as we take on the 8-5 Rams and pull out another win. So, we win these last two, we're going to, do better than what we did there last season when we finished 10-6. So the team has played pretty solid. I've noticed a lot of the times year 4 is the real slump of a year, if you want to call it that, for the teams in general that I've done rebuilds with so far. As Barnes has went up a whole 10 upgrade points since 10 or 11 since we drafted him. That moving him up to the starter has really helped within that development trait. As we're still looking at getting Drescher up into that scheme fit role. He's now a 79. So, developments here. Hopefully come free agency, guys will see that, hey, something's going on here in New York. I want to be part of that. So we fall, suffer, a loss there. uh, to the Lions, 31-21. As we look to finish off the season here against the 4-11 Jaguars. Should be a winnable game, and we lose. But we are back in the playoffs for the second year in a row at 9-7. So, we did have a little drop off there from year two, but 9-7, second place in the division. I'll take it. Would have been nice to, get that division win, but right now it's not looking like the NFC least anymore. So we'll jump in here, Papa Bear this a little bit if we need to. So we take a look to see what they got. Russell Wilson, Bobby Wagner still there. They never re-signed Jamal Adams since we have him now, obviously. But we got Alokun and that random dev trait for Jamal Agnew. All right, so here we are. I think we got the ball first. We're in the red zone. We go up 7-0. And defense, can you hold them to 3? Better. We got a turnover. We're still leading this game 7-3 in the second quarter. Now we're down 10. So we got a safety. 10-9 here. We're driving. We're up 16-10 as we go into the second half. Seahawks driving. Never mind. 19-13. We can go and, make that stop, which it looks like we did go up 25-13 here in the fourth quarter and an instant touchdown. 32-13. It looks like this game is over and the New York Giants have finally advanced past the wild card round in year 3. Kind of taking a look, see what exactly happened here. Daniel Jones played phenomenal. Not really the best completion to attempts, but 196, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Barkley up over 100 yards. Receiving wise, DK Metcalf just destroyed our secondary. Didn't really have, much production through the air. Golden Tate there, 5 for 62. But 4 touchdowns between Barkley, Keenan Smith, Evan Ingram, and Golden Tate. Blake Martinez led the way, 14 tackles. Bunch of TFLs. Able to get 3 sacks on Russell Wilson. And Julian Love, Jamal Adams, making their defense pay with those 2 interceptions. Solid performance by the team as we get to look to see who we get to play in the divisional round. So we had a weekly award winner, Blake Martinez there. So, all right. Russell Wilson wins the offensive. Kind of what I've always been, real life, my ideal scenario for Pittsburgh would have been for them to trade for Sam Darnold. Let him sit, this year, maybe next year, behind Roethlisberger. And it appears that Madden had the same idea. So the offense coordinator wants to talk about New Orleans. I'm not worried about it. Let's just go in there, handle business, get these couple upgrades here to, our guys. And yeah, same thing. We got to come in, Papa Bear. It's still early, so don't really want to have to deal with it too much. Michael Thomas, Cam Jordan, Demario Davis are all your X factors. Teron Armstead, Ryan Ramczyk, and Alvin Kamara is your superstars for the team, as I just backed out completely. No idea why, but way to go, me.
Tonight.
All right, so here we go. Down in New Orleans for the divisional matchup, we're down 7-0 already, 14-0. The Saints are putting it on us as we got the ball back, down 21-10. It looks like we're driving, trying to get some points here, and we don't convert. 28-10 here before halftime. Hopefully at least get a field goal, which we do. So 35-13 in the fourth quarter. Looks like we're going to lose it unless some magic can happen. Which they're up 41-26 now. And we lose 42, 26, 27, one of them. 27. Justin Fields is the quarterback. He threw for 300, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Daniel Jones, just under three touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Kamara had that 1 lone touchdown, rushing, other than Callaway. Barkley went up over 100. Darius Slayton and Golden Tate up over 100. So, didn't play terrible, but it's good to see that, we improved. Had a lot of TFLs there, 1 sack, and that 1 interception by Xavier McKinney. So, I mean, that'll do it for us as far as playoffs this year. Got a good bit of experience points for us there, as both teams were 9-7, so we didn't have that extra bump from Madden being the worst record coming into the game. Taking a look here at see if we had anybody make it into the Pro Bowl. Darius Slayton's there. So far looking, that's about it. McKinley, Peppers. Yeah, so McKinley, Peppers, was Slayton, all made the Pro Bowl. He's got some recognition, as the Pittsburgh Steelers will face the New Orleans Saints, who we lost to in the divisional round for the Super Bowl. Prior to that, as you see, Trevor Lawrence was your MVP. Before we get into anything else, let's take a look at our yearly stats here. Daniel Jones, 28-12, 4,000 yards rushing. Barkley played all 16, but remember, he had that freak injury that he eventually got cleared for. But 11-10, receiving wise, Slayton over 1,000, 8 touchdowns. Shepard almost 9-4. Golden Tate 8-5. Ingram almost 6-3. And Barkley adding another 250-3. Defensively, Jabril Peppers over 100 tackles at 105, 8 TFLs. McKinley was a TFL machine there at 14, 9 sacks. Led the team. Peppers, Leonard Williams. Not a fan of this here. Dex Lawrence and Earl Thomas only having a combined total of 4.5. Interceptions, Jamal Adams led the team with 2. All right. We were the 17th offense and the number 4 defense. So, the team is improving, to a certain point. Like we said, You had T-Law there. Justin Fields, who we lost to in the playoffs, came there at 7. Checking out the NFC Offensive Player of the Year was Zeke. Have anybody defense? Nobody. Offensive Rookie? Nope. So Barkley comes in at number 5 for the best running back. Best receiver, Darius Slayton there at 7. No offensive lineman. No defensive lineman. Yeah, Kinley there at 6. Nobody. We didn't even have the best kicker. What kind of crap is that? So we got shafted there, individual awards.
This is the last opportunity to re-sign
We'll kind of take a look here,
or they'll become free agents.
See if there's any guys that we want to try to re-sign. Zeitler definitely. I think he wanted a little more money. If he takes it, cool. All right, well, screw you. So right guard is something that we'll need to look at. Yeah, I mean, other than that, it sucks losing Golden Tate, who's a superstar. I mean, that's not terrible. Let's let our young guys develop. So that being said, we'll let those guys walk. We'll enter free agency, go through free agency here, as we got just under 28 million to spend. So it's gonna be one of those things. See what we can do, and if there's anybody that we really want to try to bring in to help our team get to the Super Bowl. So I mean, really, we're only going to put in one bid. Drew Forbes, scheme fit right guard, especially after Zeitler. I'd look to see maybe if we brought Zeitler back through free agency, how that would affect the cap. And he wanted he wanted a good 10 million more than what was actually asked of him. So I mean, the other position that we could always look at is running back. Do we look at bringing in a Ronald Jones, Tony Pollard? Receiver wise, not terrible. We're good there on linebackers. Grady Williams, no bids on him. He's young, 25. Throw a bid there. Andy Isabella could work the hell out of the slot. Yeah, so Zeitler wants 8.17 total. And we're not going to pay that. So, I mean, yeah. I never looked to see what we got there tight end wise. Have anybody younger? Mo Alley Cox has not been bad. Team Butler, get him for cheap. So, I mean, really, it's more looking depth wise. So, we could go Fumagalli. But yeah, I think that's going to be the only bid that we're going to do. I'm going to put another one in there here week 2, see if we can get it, and we get him. Got some 5th-year options to got to look at, take care of. Andrew Thomas, who's played, pretty well for us. He's developed very, very solid. Yeah, bringing in the right guard and Grady Williams, most likely do it here for the end of this episode. As I said, we finished 9-6, able to win one playoff game, which is a big confidence boost, not only for me, because the last couple of rebuilds have been absolutely horrible, but for this team. Yeah, as always, first time stopping by, hit that sub button, click that little bell, get notified uh when I post a new video, or down in the description below is my Discord. Join that, reach out to me. Easiest way to stay in contact. And you also get alerted whenever I post new videos there on Discord. Uh, all my other socials are down there, bottom right hand corner, as well as in the description. So until next time, Philly's out.